All right, Ty. So it's called disc golf. Like it was frisbee golf when I was a kid. Okay,
No, actually, that's a derogatory term.
it is.
It's frisbee golf.
Can I get canceled? Am I getting canceled for frisbee golf?
No, but I'm pretty sure. So I actually learned a little history lesson today.
Oh Jesus, go.
So technically, the word frisbee is actually a brand of a disc, of a
I
flying
knew
disc.
this. I knew this.
So
Of a flying disc.
Of a flying disc.
Or Coke. Like Kleenex or Coke. Or
I thought he said penis. I thought he said like penis or Coke, and I was like, "Excuse me."
he did.
I can't help with what you have on your mind, buddy.
Yeah, Jesus, dude.
Okay, I did know that frisbee was.
So
a brand.
you can't be calling it frisbee
Are
golf.
we calling them flying discs now? Or?
I guess they're called flying discs, and yeah. So I have 8 discs, is what I say. I don't have 8 frisbees.
Oh God.
Yeah,
So how'd it go?
it went pretty well. It's like my buddy describes it as just like an ADHD hike. You're like legitimately just walking through the woods, and it's like, hey, we're aiming right there. It's like, all right, cool. Throw the disc, walk with your buddies.
Sounds like regular golf to me.
No, because there's no starter. There's nobody else out there because it's
Yeah.
not a cool sport. And so nobody is in the woods in Haverhill.
You don't have to make a tea time.
No tee times.
That's true. That's nice.
Just rolled up, and there were other people there that were like nice people. But they'll go out, they're really good, and they'll be like 8 holes in by the time we're like lacing up our shoes.
right. Should we start a not your average Joe style team
I'd love to.
and just gear it up?
That'd be so
And-
much
Is it
fun.
legit? Like, is it like the one with the basket and the
Oakleys
chains?
and-
Yeah, this is like a
What does an illegitimate course look like, Matt?
The one at Mallard's Rest in Livingston, Montana.
What's that one look like?
Just hiking out in the middle of the woods, and like somebody drags some dead wood into the tee box, and then you kind of look, and there's like a PVC pipe hanging from a tree that's 10 years old, and that's what you're aiming at.
So yeah, it's not that's not the high
No,
end.
Yeah.
no,
Did you hear any banjo or fiddle when you were back there?
no.
I do, even though I'm in Haverhill. It's weird.
Oh yeah, that's
But
what you're there for.
I guess there's these 2
It's like being in the
guys
fens.
that
you want to see my disc?
that it's
Sorry.
It's interesting that like I feel like if I just told people that I was like going
This is
for
my
a
putter.
hike in Haverhill, in the woods of Haverhill, I feel like people would be concerned for me.
I think Haverhill actually has Haverhill.
It has good pockets.
It has pockets
And
of
bad
like
pockets.
Yeah, it's like anywhere else, I guess, right? Any of the small cities.
Yeah. But I guess there's these 2 dudes that will pull up with folding chairs on the 18th hole and just
Shut
sit
up.
there. And I guess it's more in the fall and like 5, 6 o'clock and just sit there. And they don't chirp anybody, but I guess
what's the point?
One day they'll pull up with like a 30 rack one day, and I guess they were sitting there and thought it was cool to watch people, and so they'll literally just go and sit there with a 30 rack and just crush beers and then walk home.
This feels like a 30 for 30.
Dude, it's honest. It's a whole nother world that I'm like getting way too into because where I care is first off, I want to know people talking
You're
trash.
competitive. First of all, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but you are a competitive dude, and I mean we saw this in Montana. Everything you do, you're kind of competing. So I don't see you
Yeah.
as going out for an ADD ADHD hike as much as you're like, I'm going to try and be better than this guy who gave me all these discs. And like wins tournaments. I think I can win tournaments. Is what Tyler Besman's saying to himself.
Pretty much,
Yes.
Like I actually played pretty well today, and I was like, wait a minute, I might get a brand deal soon.
I cut you off though. What were you saying? What were you getting into about how you were getting into it?
I care more about like the lore of disc golf. Of like, okay, are people talking trash? Is there rivalries? And what I've come to
Is
find out,
lore the right word for that?
I have no idea.
That might be a strong word.
Yeah, that might be a strong. I was like, what is the aura? Of
I was just gonna say, there's not much order around it.
yeah.
But my buddy that got me into it, his name's Larry, but he got like
That sounds right, man. That sounds
It
right.
tracks.
But he got basically all the Storm coaches into it. So like my buddy Dev, Giles, Arnov, we got him into it today. Nate, Adam. So like we've got like a group of coaches that we're all started playing this summer. And so I've been asking Larry constantly, like, is there anything, like if I was to talk trash to somebody, what would I say? And he was like, there's not really anything. Like everybody's pretty chill, but it seems like he does have a rival that he plays in like a league against.
Yes.
And so I've been like,
This is a movie.
digging into it. Yes. And so we've been joking about how like I'm not into anime, but my buddy Dev is, and he was like,
We're in a real rabbit hole right
He was
now.
like-
This is why I don't let you speak for more than 3
I know,
minutes at a
I
clip.
know.
Go ahead.
But he was like, we could make this into some like anime, like fictional story where like Larry's basically our sensei and we're like a bunch of his like basically train. What is it? What is it? Star Wars?
Jedi Master.
The stormtroopers.
No, but then the students.
Oh, the Jedi, the Padawans.
Padawans. So
Yeah.
we're basically his Padawans, and
what is happening
we're like
right now?
learning from him. But I found out that his rival is like this high school kid that goes to Haverhill High.
Wait, the kid. Wait, how old is Larry?
Larry graduated in his 30s. He graduated high school in 07 from
So
Haverhill.
in his 30s, Larry.
Yeah.
His rival is a current high school student at Haverhill.
Yeah, I mean,
This is getting better and better.
This is where I'm needling him, and I'm just like. And what was funny is, the first time that I went out with him, I was asking like, "Do you have a rival?"
Maybe
like, in
we're
this
that
league?
different.
When I go play disc golf with him, I'm asking him like, "Do you have a rival?" And he's like, "Not really." And my buddy Dev was like, "No, it's this kid that like is really good, but he's like super competitive and way too into it. His family is like generations of disc golfers, which is weird."
Yeah, that's
How can there be generations?
We-
I feel
yeah.
like it's only
There might
been
be
around
one
for a little bit.
generation.
Well, so here's the thing: is we keep playing. We get to the 17th hole, and they're practicing on one. This high school kid is practicing, and I see what looks like an older brother, what looks like an uncle, what looks like a dad, what looks like a grandfather, just all practicing right there on that chain thing or whatever the hell you want to call it. So
The hole.
I've been poking at Larry, trying to figure out more about his rival because then it just makes it more interesting for me. But yes, it is just a high school kid that's nasty at disc
Would you
golf.
shoot?
I have no idea.
That's what I want to ask. What do you say? What do you do?
It's the same as golf. It's the exact same.
Well, in
as
golf, I'd be like, "How'd you hit him?" Would you be like, "How'd you throw him?"
How'd you,
how'd you
throw
toss
him?
him?
Yeah, how'd you toss him? Yeah.
And that's a fine line. I'm not comfortable with asking that.
Did you toss him well today?
You guys went for a walk with the guy in the woods and tossed him.
In Haverhill.
Dude, what's with Haverhill? You don't like Haverhill?
No,
huh?
I actually do like Haverhill a lot.
Dude, like,
I was talking
Haverhill's
to Mom
up and
about it
coming,
today.
man.
Yeah, I like Haverhill.
What do you mean talk to mom? You thinking about moving to Haverhill?
If I do end up moving in the next few years, it might be Haverhill. Who knows? You could see. Gabby works in Haverhill.
Okay.
I like Haverhill.
What other questions do we have for this?
How many discs did you take with you on your round?
All of them.
I'm
But I
looking- I'm
only
looking
used
for a
2.
number.
I only used 2. So I brought 6 with me.
What a
And I
noob.
only used 2 because actually I tried to
Do you
use
have like a backpack that you put them on? Like are you like Tron?
it's
Do you
literally
just, like,
it's
pull it off
in
your
the
back
car.
and-
Pretty much, yeah. But I have my manual volleyball backpack and it has this one pocket that you're supposed to put like sneakers in and it works perfect for discs. So I've been using that and you just carry around the backpack and pull out whichever one you need.
If I had a handful of discs, could you tell me which one was the driver, which one was the mid range?
Is there like a weight to it?
Now I could, yeah. So I don't really know how it works, but there's definitely weights to it. But
Yeah.
there's 4 numbers, and what I've learned is the first number is the speed, and so like how fast you need to throw.
Wait, there's 4 numbers on each disc?
4 numbers on each disc, and it tells you how fast you need to throw it and which angles it's gonna turn at. So if it's like a negative, then it's gonna turn to the left more, and so you need to like overcompensate for that. And so
Well, that's assuming you're throwing it backhand versus
Yeah.
forehand or left versus right.
yeah, and so that's where those 4
This is
numbers
taking a
come
turn
in.
I don't love.
That's where the 4 numbers come into play, is like which way you're throwing it, I guess. So
I want to play.
I'm learning, dude.
It's fun.
It is a ton of fun.
I mean, it's walking around.
I wanna
It's
play.
like
I'd love to bring you guys. It would be a ton of fun.
We should definitely do it.
All right, I'm down.
I'm in. I mean, it's a little. I don't know if we're going with Larry.
I mean, we don't have to go with Larry, but Larry is a great time.
When you have a great shot, do we get a Matt Solso in Montana celebration?
For sure. Dude, you kidding me? Because it doesn't happen a lot. Especially like you get out there and you're gonna be like, oh, it's a frisbee. Like in your brain, you're like, oh, it's a frisbee from like gym class, and I'm playing ultimate frisbee. Dude, it is ridiculously hard. Like I try to throw and try to go throw far, and I can't. It's brutal. I figured it out a little bit today, but only with 1 disc.
I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't go there. And like I was kind of joking about this because what's going on with the WNBA. I'm pretty sure like every other sport, there's been a controversy about the women's side of it and transgender athletes. Did you know this?
With what, disc golf?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there is.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's everywhere now.
I'm sure.
It's everywhere. But
Yeah.
anyways, all right, let's transition. Let's get. Listen. That's
Portraits,
interesting. Yeah. Let's move on. I don't know. Oh, damn it. Unless there's anything else,
No, that's it.
we're gonna have much more updates. Matt, let's check in with you as well. Tough weekend for the Pigeons.
oh God.
What happened? Did you lay into anyone in the locker room?
No, I did not. So
Matt.
I feel bad because I only played, I think, 1 or 2 games during the regular season this summer because I was either traveling or I was injured. And so I showed up for the playoffs, and we just laid an egg like a pigeon does sometimes.
Did you lay an egg, or are you guys just not that good? I mean, there's a Wes Anderson
that's a
movie.
hard-hitting question, Steven.
Yeah, there's a Wes Anderson movie. It was like I don't have.
We were
it.
the
He's
higher
like,
seed in both games. I think we were winning the league or winning the division or whatever in one of the leagues.
Damn.
We were in second in the other.
Maybe it's because you never had it.
No. It was brutal. We had a lot of opportunity. Their goalie was playing really well. Ours was not at the top of his game. But
You gave up 9 goals in one game, Matt.
yeah, well, I think we gave up 3 goals in the last 3.5 minutes because we were pressing pretty hard.
Oh, okay.
And so it wasn't as
So it was
bad
only
as that,
6.
but
My bad.
It was not great. Our defense, I'll throw them under the bus all day because
Good.
I can't tell you how many times they got a breakaway and we're like, yeah, how many times is this going to happen? And you guys are going to do the exact same thing. Stop stepping up at the blue line, back up. They're obviously pushing. So
I think you would have been better off with me and Steve out there.
No. No.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I can't skate.
Yeah, but they can't hit. So, we could just have you stand in one spot and,
As long as you're not offsides.
I don't even know.
you could probably skate left to right,
Have you ever? There was a kid that we grew up with, and we used to play pickup basketball, and this would be the one kid who didn't really know what he was doing. Have you ever played basketball with a guy who doesn't know what he's doing?
It's awful.
It is. This kid didn't understand what a back cut was, so every single play, my friends would run a back cut, and it would be for a layup, and we'd be like, "Do not jump out." Do not jump out. Whatever you do on this play, the only thing you need to do is not jump out. He couldn't help himself.
That is exactly what happened to us in the first
Is it really what it was?
Yeah.
I do. I can't tell you how. And my friends are assholes. I'll say that. I mean, I have asshole friends, and they were enjoying me losing my mind over this kid not doing it, like just not listening. And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna run this all day. He's gonna have an aneurysm. This is gonna be awesome."
Was the kid an athlete?
He was a very good. Actually, I will say this. It's funny what you say with athlete. He was not a traditional athlete. Like he could play. Or he could play basketball or like football or one of those things. He was not a team sport guy. Outstanding skier, really good skier, and also an excellent endurance runner.
Okay.
Not a fast
Screw him.
kid, but he could go. I mean, if you wanted to be like, we're gonna run 15 today, be like, okay, no problem.
Screw him.
Good dude, but that stuff will drive you nuts.
And the second game, it was 4-3 in the third, and there was one particular line that loves to take about a 4.5, 5 minute shift, which drives me absolutely up the wall because it really does make a difference. If you just do 90-second shifts, your legs are fresher. You have a better.
Yeah, how good are they the rest of the period?
They're just young and they think they're invincible. And he coughed it up. He tried to dipsy do in our own end and gave it up, and they made a nice move and scored, and that put it to 5-3 with like 2 minutes left. And I was like, that was the dagger. And at the end of the game, they tried to stay out there. I go, get off the ice. You guys are exhausted, and get my line out here. Because our line was the one that was scoring.
Yeah.
Their line was not. And I was just like, get off the ice.
I feel like Matt was.
I rarely do stuff like that, but I was like, get off the ice. You're like, exhausted.
This is going to be a controversial Pigeons pod.
I love it.
Matt's going to walk in the locker room and be like, we heard what you said.
Hell, I don't think they would disagree with me. Our goalie was not at his best, but man, he made some excellent saves. He is. Some of them you're just like, holy crap, I don't know how you did that one. That was awesome. He had a lot of breakaways he saved.
Will he be back next
well.
year, or
Yeah.
or is he dating someone on the team?
No, he will be back next year.
You should have pulled an AJ Brown and like halfway through that game and just given up,
book.
raised it 5-3, and just sat on the bench and read a book. And
Yeah.
just sat there.
No, I'm not like that. I like to play. I want to be on the ice. Although
You should have fought somebody.
The
Send a
hypocrite-
message.
The
The
hypocrite
day-
in me did stay out for the last 3 minutes of the 9-2 game because I was just so pissed. I was like, I gotta get this out.
We're going to need you to start thinking about the content, Matt.
Just slap
it's
shots
not
from
just
the blue
about
line.
you. It's about the content.
Well, if you guys would actually come to a game and do the stupid announcing like you said you would.
We first of all, Mister, I'm busy every weekend, which is good. Second of all,
Irrelevant, Steve.
he texts us on like Thursday at 9:30, I think, to be like, "Oh, on Sunday I'm playing," and you even gave us the wrong location. Roth was going to be there, man.
Honestly, you should get
That is a
Roth on
lie.
the ice, dude.
Actually, that would be pretty awesome.
Dude, that would be insane.
I don't think
Other teams would be terrified.
terrified.
Especially if we just put you two back there.
Yeah.
Just standing there.
They would see that you guys are both pylons and be like, sweet.
Yeah, I would say
Every time you
this.
swing your stick back.
That's what happened when we went to your game the first time, or the only time we've seen you play, and you legitimately are the best player on your team. I think maybe the second best at that time. There was that other Bobby Orr guy.
Oh yeah.
He's no longer on the team.
I know because his girlfriend, right?
Ex-girlfriend, and she's no longer on the team. She got a different job. She moved.
See, I mean, you should have.
She was doing security for Nate Bargatze.
That's interesting. Maybe you should have kept her. She could kill us. I take everything back I said about her as a goalie. But there was one guy on your team who I saw. I was like, that dude looks like a minor league defenseman who could just
Did he have a really Greek last name?
He looked like a Greek dude.
Was he the one that like accidentally hit somebody?
No, that was Matt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think
But
he was
this
on
dude-
that tape.
He looked like a grown ass man, and I was like, yeah, that guy's like. And then the puck dropped, and he cement feet, and and I would be cement feet too. So I'm not trying to be like I shouldn't throw stones, but at the same time, like guys were just going right around him, and I was like, oh, that was a little.
That's
bit
what
of
makes
a-
hockey great.
It's a little bit of a letdown.
One of the few things that makes hockey great.
Well,
All right, Matt. What do you got? Oh, let's talk Pro Bowl real quick. Let's get this out of the way.
yeah.
About time.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah.
Is there a replacement? Like, are they,
No.
or they're just
gonna-
doing like a ceremony thing?
They're just giving the honors, which
Yeah.
is even better because now you don't have people like David Carr, who has 4 Pro Bowl appearances.
It's insane
Yeah.
because
3
yes,
of which were replaced.
that was one of the
Yeah.
negative things, right? One of the negative things is what you're referencing is that it got so watered down because guys didn't go that the Pro Bowl
Sure,
didn't.
Sanders went last.
Yeah,
Tyler Huntley is a backup quarterback. For
Mac
his
Jones
whole
went
career.
his rookie
Mac
year.
Jones, yeah.
Yeah, like
He did have a good year.
These guys were all of a sudden Pro Bowlers. It got so watered down.
Yeah.
And then like it was also like they couldn't figure it out, like the format of it, and just
Well,
not.
football's not a sport that you can play at a half speed or 3/4
No.
speed.
Have you ever seen Sean Taylor in the
It was a million times. It was
the Sean
fantastic.
Taylor hit on the punter? Who, by the way, I think Belichick was the coach in that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think he called the fake, and he was like, oh. But that Sean Taylor hit, that's what the Pro Bowl used to be. Like, it was full speed, it meant something, whatever. But like, I get it. Like, it's a violent game.
Yeah.
You're playing more games now.
Yeah.
You can't. I think you got to like take it easy on these guys. I think it's the right move. I think it's to
100%
end it.
the right move.
Have the awards. You can have an event. Have like a
a
fan
dinner.
weekend
Have a
where
dinner.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
You could do something, but there should be no product on the field.
Right.
No, like, and I also don't want to see. I think the NHL skills competition is awesome. Like with football, it's like, all right, I'm gonna pass that to this defensive tackle. It's like, what? Like, it's just
Well,
not. It doesn't. It's not
I can
as
run really fast.
which is awesome if you're a football guy. Like as a football nerd, that stuff's awesome to me. Like I get like you can get into the weeds with that stuff. But
Yeah.
as for the average, like I think about the 12-year-old kid who you're trying to attract to your game and you're trying to like grow your audience and keep it, turning around. The kids don't care about that. They want dunk contests. Slap shots are great, but like, there's only so much you can do on a football field individually.
They tried to do the hardest spike. I was like, this is
bad.
when it's bad. And it was like the meter didn't even work either. Like the whatever was reading it made no sense. Like I think George Kittle went up and like tried to spike it and it just went boop. And it was like, what are we doing? Like this
Yeah.
isn't even measuring it right. Like, and then on the flip side, they must have figured it out because then everybody was like, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding. And it was like, all right, this is absolutely awful.
Yeah.
But I like those 12-year-old kids. I do hate the fact that they're not able to figure it out because I think having
Do you have an idea? Do you have a fix?
no, there's zero fix. But I just wish that there was a way. And it like injuries are like just like rampant, and I think it'd be just get updated a lot because of social media. But
Yeah.
being a 12-year-old kid and being able to watch all of the best football players in the league on one field playing and actually competitively playing, like, what is a dream? And it would be super cool. They were on Good Morning Football, were showing clips of Randy Moss, and he put up like 150 yards and like 4 catches and had like an unreal day, and then was going through basically going through all of the greatest performances of the Pro Bowl. And you watch those clips, and they're actually playing hard, like you're saying. And you can't do that anymore, and it's unfortunate that like a young kid trying to play football can't see all the best football players on the field. Because that was my favorite thing with basketball.
Yeah.
I got to see all the best basketball players on the court at the same time. It was awesome.
But basketball's a sport you can play at 3/4 or half speed.
Yes.
Definitely.
Same with baseball.
Yeah.
But like hockey, I think you can because I play stick and puck, and that's not full out, full bore. So I guess you can do that as well. But I'm much rather
Similar to what you guys
Would you
play.
say
I'd rather have
stick
the
and,
Four Nation
did
Cup?
you say
man.
stick and puck?
Yeah, it's stick and puck.
Dude.
What's stick and puck mean? Like
It's so basically there's 20 guys that get together every. I'm an alternate on Thursday mornings. Where they get together and you roll in and they make up a team on the spot, and you play with the same 20 guys but not the same guys on your team.
Okay.
And it's just there's no refs, and you start the game by firing the puck into somebody's end, and then they come and break out, and then it's just a rolling clock, and
There you go.
you keep score, but it's it's good natured. There's no hitting, stuff like that.
How many leagues for hockey are you in? 2, 3?
I'm on 2 teams regularly, and then I'm an alternate in that. That's like an invite only kind of thing. Like you get to know the guys or
Oh,
whatever.
look at this guy.
So, well, not in. I haven't gotten an invite in a long time. So,
Yeah, well,
because
maybe.
I kept saying
Did you
no.
yell at the defense?
Yeah.
It's because I kept saying no because I was busy.
Yeah,
It's also at 6 a.m. So I have to be up.
Oh,
I have to leave the
Jesus.
house at 5:15.
Yeah, stop being a fly fisherman, maybe, and you could get in there.
He's a pro.
Yeah.
It's fun though because when you're done, you're like, oh my god, that was amazing. Like my day's gonna be a great day.
I used to love that about morning workouts. You would hate it. And then halfway through, you're looking out, and then like the sun's coming up, and then you realize at 9 o'clock you've just had this monster workout, and you can go enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's nice.
That's what I do now.
Is it
5:30 gym.
at where?
Hampstead Health and Fitness.
Hampstead Health and Fitness. What's the average age of your workout friends?
I don't know. There's some absolute monsters that work out there.
Are there really?
Dude, there's monsters that work out there.
Creatine? You know what I mean?
Or a little something that's
Little
Yeah.
anabolic. Huh?
Yeah.
Do you think it's not natural?
There's definitely dudes that are not natty at all. There's some women there that are not natty at all. It's absolutely insane.
Really?
Dude,
How big is this place? I imagine it's like a shoebox.
It's bigger than you think.
what she said.
That's what he said.
It's a perfect space for like in the morning. I can't imagine what that place looks like at 4 to 7 p.m.
When it's
Like it has to
busy,
be
isn't
like
it?
absolutely awful.
Yeah.
But it's a good sized gym for sure. It's definitely smaller than the Dairy Planet Fitness, but it could compete.
All right.
And it has like a separate part of the gym that has a turf.
Are you gonna start? If I start seeing you carrying around like a tackle box, like Bill Romanowski, who you don't know that name.
No.
He was a linebacker for the Broncos. Who was a total meathead. Who would carry around a tackle box full of supplements.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be concerned. Just
Yeah.
gonna tell you.
No, don't worry. That won't be me.
All right.
You got married. You got bulk up though.
I do. That's what I'm working on right
You
now.
already got measured.
lean.
You already got measured for your tux.
Yeah.
So you can't get too big.
You wanna be
I went and they
lean.
basically were like, bro, you're here way too early. That was kind of the vibe I got when we went. And
Yeah,
I
they
was
were.
like,
They were, yeah. And then they were like, "Well, don't wait too long because that's prom season." But you're early.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's a sweet spot here. This isn't it.
Yeah.
I forget. You got to lean out, dude. You don't want to be bulky.
Dude, if I lean out, then I'm right back to looking like I did in high school, where I'm a $130. I don't want to be a $130.
I would kill someone I don't know. Like if I didn't know them, I would murder them to look like how I did in high school.
But then, well, that's a different story. That's completely
You know what I mean?
different.
Like I'm not going to kill someone
Dude,
I know.
you in high school naturally were like tall and like a bigger dude. Me in high school, like I legitimately could eat everything in the world and I wouldn't gain 1 pound. I was like a $130.
Yeah.
I'm barely a $130. I went in my freshman year of college at 140.
Is your beard getting fuller too?
You like the mustache?
I actually-
I noticed
Yeah.
that.
It actually kind of looks.
I didn't shave it because I thought it was funny, and so I just left it.
It actually like looks like a real beard now.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
The crap with this the
Beard means
the
it
I
is
mean,
on
this has been there forever. I think the mustache just like makes this look better.
Can you actually
It
connect
does.
them, or does
Is
it?
that
is it
the-
I
all
can
separate?
connect them, yeah.
No. Are you talking about which part are you talking
No,
about?
I'm saying, can he connect? Because I don't
Yeah.
think
Oh.
I don't think you can grow this part.
I
like this
grow
better
a
than
decent amount here. It is surprising, but
We need this picture on the front of this pod because now we're getting
full-
somewhere. Okay,
full mustache.
Because I've always been amazed by your facial hair.
it's very weird.
So you can connect and make it a full goatee.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be as good. Don't.
I
do that.
haven't shaved this since sophomore year of college. Isn't that crazy?
the full. That is crazy.
I
because-
want to, but
I mean,
I'm
you
also
trimmed it,
way
right?
too far. Yes. yeah.
How's Gabby? I feel like Gabby's not into the mustache.
No, maybe in the mustache. That's a good.
Gabby's into this. I know.
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
It is a full mustache.
I think
it's nice, dude.
The thing,
cop-esque.
So here's the thing. This is only like 36 hours. I can grow a pretty lean mustache.
Dude, you should.
Yes.
I could grow
Especially with your new job.
Try it out for the wedding.
Yeah. With the new job, you got to roll in.
I got to basically
What if
like.
she loves it for the wedding? Like, you got to try it out now. Like, she doesn't, you
No,
trim it.
I'm thinking about it, yeah. But also the other thing is I don't want to look too Latino because I'm not Latino.
Do you think if you have a thick... I don't even know how this works. Hey, confession here. I'm a Caucasian guy. What do you mean Latino? Like, does Latinos have mustaches? Is that it?
I think it's me being scarred from like high school and people saying that I would look Mexican, and I was like, I'm not Mexican. And,
Well, do you
and
mean...
like it was just an uphill battle of like I'm not Latino, and they're like you're Latino, and I'm like,
They're like, you sure?
all right, I can't win this battle.
All right, so we've established that you can connect to the full goatee, but you shouldn't. I don't think it would look as good.
I definitely should.
I kind of like this thing. Now, the patch that's above the patch.
Yeah,
Do you take time?
that's a tough one.
Do you shave a line in between? It looks good.
No,
Let's start there.
It naturally is just like that. Where it's difficult is here. Like
No, so, like, no. I
What's
get that
crazy
that's
is right
there.
below. I can't really lift it. I'm like looking at my reflection. So it's just kind of like a line and then droops down. It's not like it's like full. It's not like it's like a.
So the
full
patch-
It's like a comb over, but from your bottom.
yeah, pretty much. It's a comb down. But it's naturally
I'm not
like
even
that.
understanding what's happening, but I don't know if you're answering my question, and I'm not following you.
I don't remember your question. I won't
My
lie.
question is, you know how you have two, like you have the chin hair,
Yeah.
and then the under the lip hair,
Yeah, right here.
and then there's a space in between.
Oh, space in between right here.
Is that natural?
Yeah.
You don't get in there and
But
shave
I do.
that?
I mean, I do get in there and shave it, but I could easily not, and it would just connect.
How do you? It doesn't even seem like there's enough space for a razor.
Or just go like this, and then,
So you don't even use clippers for it. You use a razor.
Yeah.
Straight razor?
No, like the Gillette.
Do you have
like,
Jazz
like
do it?
3. No.
Dude, you should absolutely have Jazz
So
do
here's
it.
the thing is, and don't tell Gabby that because I'll get yelled at because she's told me a million times to let Jazz get at this.
You absolutely
I
should.
don't know what the hell I want to do with it. That's my issue. And Jazz also is like, you don't know what you want to do with it. I don't really know what to do with it. So
But you have an idea. That's BS, dude. You have an idea of what you want to do, and if
Yeah.
you try it and you want to like go back to something else, it's not. That'll be, dude. If that mustache is 36 hours, you have like you should be playing around a little bit with that thing. Oh, okay. All right. I recognized as soon as it came out of my mouth.
You know,
I knew
actually-
does it count for anything, Matt? Or
back to Haverhill.
and playing around with that thing?
I had a barber in Haverhill during COVID, actually, maybe a little bit before COVID, and he got me into this style because he kept leaving
Don't
right
say
here.
style. Don't say style.
Style.
Thank you.
He got me into this style because he left this as like a triangle, and it looked awful.
Awful.
But I
So you're
looked
like V for Vendetta.
super Spanish.
I don't know what it is.
He was
It
a
actually,
Spanish dude.
I want to make fun of it because, like, I don't know why you have this strip in between, but actually, all of it works. It
Thanks.
looks. I hate it without the mustache. By the way, you've had it for years without.
Hate
the
it without the mustache?
I've been giving you a hard time for her.
Interesting.
With this little like patchy patch thing on the chin, but
Yeah.
no mustache.
What do you think of the thin mustache? I see a lot of
No,
like light
that's-
skinned
no,
dudes go
no.
like thin
No.
mustache.
No,
That's
Okay.
pervy.
no.
That's
no.
what I thought. Yeah.
You have a cop mustache right now. Don't get a pervert mustache.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You
True.
don't want the pencil thin.
Yeah,
No.
no.
This
no.
isn't 1920, and you're not a peeper.
And I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully
no,
not.
No, it didn't work in
I don't think
1920
I
either. And we can just assume you can't grow a full beard, right?
No. But I do, and I'll probably be able to convince Gabby post-wedding to be able to chop all this off and just restart because I'm dying to just chop this off and restart.
Why?
Because I haven't shaved. I haven't seen my chin in about 10 years. No, not 10 years. I didn't even graduate high school.
It's
10 years.
like if you are worried about your size and your weight, like and being like looking like you're
They
young,
said size doesn't matter.
it matters a little bit. I've gotten some feedback.
That's my mom.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's actually not your mom. My OnlyFans page is flopping right now. It's not. It's apparently size does matter on OnlyFans.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah,
Hey,
sucks.
bad publicity though. They're at least paying.
But if you shave, you're gonna be like, I look like I'm 12.
Oh, I know. That is a big concern.
If you want to cut age, like when you get older, that's the quickest way to do it. Shave
Yeah.
the beard. And now, like, it's interesting. We do live in a time where, when I was your age, the beard was like hippie. You don't
You
look
shave
good.
occasionally and go like
I used
either of us.
to.
It scares the crap
I haven't
out
When's the
of
done
last time you did it?
It's probably been since COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, probably COVID.
It's terrifying.
Because I haven't shaved since 2013.
I do have that mustache picture where it's just like that's not appropriate.
No, it's a bad look.
It's not appropriate.
Ask him about
Just
the
a
last
straight mustache, not a good
Ask,
look.
ask him about the last time I went to just a straight mustache.
Well, call her up. She's not here, Matt. Tell us what happened.
Phone a friend.
Well, I don't remember this quite as well, but for some reason she was in the hospital, and I don't remember why.
Jesus, Matt.
So I roll in with a mustache, and she didn't notice. And I was like, "You didn't even notice my mustache." She's like, "It looks horrible, and I'm in the hospital."
yeah. Oh my God.
I feel like it would look great.
You want to talk about looking like a pervert?
A ginger
Nailed
pervert.
it.
Yeah.
That's
A ginger pervert.
That's
Nailed
tough.
it.
Tough. A sunburned pervert. Matt, we had Andrew Luck on this week on the McShay Show.
Oh, nice!
I saw that.
How'd it go?
You guys should watch it.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
out.
I'll watch
Everyone should watch it because I can't believe how. I guess I can believe because of who
He's
he
super
is.
skinny now, isn't he?
He is skinny,
Yeah.
but he's still Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was really kind with his time. And I did wish that I reached out to see what your question was, but I think we had some pretty good ones. And he answered, I'll be honest, like going into the interview, I was talking to our producer, Dan, with Spotify, and I was like, or The Ringer, sorry. And I was like, I don't know why, I don't think we should ask him about the past. Like, I don't think we should ask him about, his relationship with football after he left and what was this and what was that. There were certain questions we asked him about the past that really McShay was asking. I was like, I think it's just kind of a waste of our time because like he's already answered these. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
I couldn't have been more wrong. I'm glad we asked them. It was the right move to ask him because he was super honest about it. And then he talked about the Stanford. Yeah, I was a little bit because my understanding is he hasn't done a lot of that, but maybe I'm wrong. And then he talked about the Stanford GM job, and I'm like a geek about that stuff right now, like how these guys are approaching it, how they're kind
Well,
of.
it's a new thing, right? With this whole new NIL,
It's a whole
thing,
new
like
thing.
it's a whole new strategy. And
Everyone wants to compare it to
is he GM for all sports or just football?
just football.
Okay.
And he was like I'm the head of the football organization at Stanford, which was interesting because I think he really likes Tavita Pritchard, who's the head coach, but made it clear of like it's GM then head coach, and that's kind of like the NFL model. But not every school is looking at it that way. Like I think some schools look at it as the head coach, and then the GM's kind of the personnel guy, but not all encompassing guy. And so that's what's fascinating to me about it too. You have this new position, and different programs are approaching it in different ways, and
A lot of dumb people at Stanford.
yeah, those idiots. He was saying
Those
things
bricks.
like, I was like, there's a couple of things where he's like, you have to be excellent adaptivity or something, adaptivity excellence or something like that. And I was like, huh. And like that was just, being able to react on the fly and talking about like how important that was for his players and his staff. And then there's things that like, how they like just, there's things that are like obvious, but sometimes they're not obvious and like they're worth repeating and like making them in a simple thing. And he was like talking about rushing kids and about kids not having like great experiences. And he was just like, not all experience is good experience. Like when people are like, oh, he's got a lot of experience. Well, not all experience is good experience. And talking about how to develop these guys. And I was like, that's freaking brilliant, man.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, like we look at stats and we're like, oh, he started 24 games. But they started him way too early. And he was over his head. And it probably affected him as a core. I was like, dude, brilliant. But he was also funny. And
Did he have a neck beard?
he did.
Yes.
Damn.
He had the full thing going.
That's
As far as I could
insane.
tell, because it's hard to tell with the Zoom. But I was like, I haven't gotten my beard trimmed in like 3 weeks. It's out of control. And I was like, this is embarrassing a little bit. And then he came on. I was like, this is the perfect interview. This is the perfect interview for me. But I like really hope he turns it around there because he's a good dude. But yeah,
That's awesome.
Did you ever think of your question?
No, I don't remember what it was.
All right, we're gonna keep it. We'll keep it with you, Matt, because what we're gonna say.
I was just going to say one thing about Andrew Luck, that I'm happy that you guys asked about the past, because I didn't watch the full clip, but I saw that he was talking about like his relationship with football and how
Yeah.
he kind of got back into football.
Yeah.
And I think it's just great for like athletes in general to listen to that, because like obviously it's a ridiculously smaller scale. Like I'm an ant compared to that dude and his
Right,
athletic
right.
career. but I left college.
It's a
not
common
wanting
thing.
to look at a volleyball ever again.
Yeah.
And that jump, and I talk to my athletes now about it, but that jump from, like, I didn't want to look at a volleyball for 3 years. And then I started coaching, and I slowly got into it. I still hate playing. I refuse to play volleyball at this point.
Really?
And I haven't figured it out why. Like, it's a mental thing that I'm trying to get
That's
through.
interesting.
And I had a great career in college, but I left college not wanting to look at it ever
You had an
again.
okay career in college.
I had a great career. I have records there.
Okay.
But anyways.
Yeah. At Division 17.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm an
More
ant
records
compared to
than
his career. But I think that it was really cool that you guys did ask and that he gave a thoughtful answer, because I think that it can talk to
And it wasn't a political answer either. Like, smart guys can get out of that question.
And even basketball, you saw me go through basketball, and then I just dropped off basketball in high school. Recently, I think Montana, me being like, wait, I can shoot still. I was like, I love basketball, and I'm right back into basketball. I want to go shoot hoops.
A
and all
little
that
mini
stuff.
rivalry going.
Maybe a little bit.
A little competitive spirit.
But
a little competition gets the juices flowing.
exactly. But no, I just wanted to give that shout, and I'll probably repost it later, because I think every single athlete should listen to it, because there's gonna be a moment in time where it's like, I kind of don't like my sport as much as I thought I did, because you just get burnt out from it.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of the McShay show, McShay came up with some futures bets for college football. I know you have some for the NFL, right? Well, I'm going to ask you yours in a second, but I'm going to highlight a couple that McShay had for FanDuel, because I think, as much as he's an idiot, I mean, he's a lovable idiot. He's an idiot.
Does he gamble?
Oh, does he gamble? And what sucks is Todd, I'm not going to go into this too much, but he's really good at what he chooses to do, and he's an excellent gambler. He knows what he's doing when he gambles. He understands how that stuff
live
works.
Bet in game. I feel like there's a lot of
I don't know if he does the live bet
the
stuff.
in-game bets, because they feel like you get better value there.
He might. I don't know. But I will say that he had a couple futures for FanDuel, and one was North Carolina State football, which you guys don't know anything about, but they have a pretty good team this year, and I think the over-under is 9 games, and he was like, you should tease it up to 10 games. And he read the schedule to me for North Carolina State, and I was like, it was plus 900 on FanDuel, I think. I would hammer that if I were you guys. Anyone who's listening, you shouldn't listen to me for gambling advice, but when he said it, I was like, man, that looks good to me, which means it won't hit.
The ACC?
Yeah, but it was a good one. He also, the odds for Miami to win the national championship, I think we're plus 1,100. And look, there's other teams that I like. I like Oregon. I like Texas. I'm not sure I'd have Miami in my top 2. I think those two would probably be there.
but they just got a good quarterback.
Yeah, but Miami's number 7 in the country, and they're right there. And I also like that they have experience in the playoff. After making that deep run last year,
Especially
I don't know,
you
man.
have that I can't even think of his
Malachi
name.
Toney.
Baby Jesus.
Malachi Toney is
Yeah,
unbelievable.
where he just played in the Natty and played really well.
as a freshman.
Yeah. But just to pause you there, they obviously had Carson Beck last year. They have Darian Mensah this year. Which quarterback would you
I
take?
actually think Carson Beck played really well last year and was a perfect fit for what their system is. But I think Darian Mensah has the potential to be even better.
He's a dog. That's
Yeah.
a Duke guy. I love him.
Duke, Tulane, Duke, now Miami. And look, they just did this with Cam Ward and Carson Beck. If you see there are teams that now, Indiana and Miami, have a proven track record of bringing in guys, playing them for a year or two, and having them be good. So I think that I think it's actually a year for all those guys. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. But Matt, I was going to ask you what your futures are for the NFL. You got them up? Did I buy enough time?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Great,
Well, first of all,
Great job.
How much money did you put on the Colts to win the Super Bowl?
I did put no money on them to win the Super Bowl, but I did put money on them.
To do what?
For their over-under. So I have the Colts, I teased it up to over 9.5, plus 215.
Plus 215?
Yeah.
Wow, they that seems like they actually think they might do it.
Yeah. So.
Is their schedule tough or is it not?
I don't recall, but I mean, they were 8-2 last year with a healthy Daniel Jones. So this is all Daniel Jones based. If he's healthy, then they're going to really be competitive. Let's be honest. They should beat Tennessee.
Yep.
2 times. So there's 2 wins.
Yep. Yep. Jacksonville will be interesting.
Yeah. Houston, that'll be tough because their defense is so good. But I'm not in on CJ Stroud. That playoff game really scares me.
Here's the thing about it. Okay, I get it, and I think that like the jury's still out, and we got to see how he plays. But let's be honest, he wasn't playing great before that game. CJ Stroud, there's that Caleb Williams thing, where he basically played. He played against the Bears, and Caleb Williams was like, "Man, just keep your head up." And Caleb Williams was like, "Dude, you act like you're Tom Brady, bro."
Right.
And I'm reading Caleb Williams' mind, but body language wasn't great.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams' body language was like,
I think
"Who
you got
are
it
you
right.
to tell me?" Right? And ever since that game, Stroud's been kind of mid. Like he's just been, as the kids say, mid.
Mid, dude.
No cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cap.
I'm going to work that in as much as possible. It's good for the...
But you said the 215, is that wins or is that Super Bowl for the Colts?
Wins. So if they get to 10 wins,
For the Super Bowl, it should be plus...
Super Bowl is plus 6,000.
Okay.
I was looking at that. But
that seems
that's
low.
great odds,
That seems low. It should be a lot higher.
Why don't you throw 20 on that?
right?
If you throw 20 on plus 6,000, what does that come out to? Like, I don't even know how, like, I don't do math.
Let me go right back to
Be
it.
12
I don't
grand.
do
12
math.
grand?
Yeah, right?
I think it's 12 grand.
It would be $1,200.
$1,200.
Well, that's what we
So,
said.
right there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Minus a zero.
I just won 12 grand. 1,200.
Damn it. I was listening to the radio and somebody was talking about Arizona and how tough their schedule is because they're in the NFC West. That means they play the Rams twice, they play the Seahawks twice, and they play the 49ers
That's
twice.
easy. 0-4, maybe.
They went through their schedule. They could easily be 0-11.
Yeah.
Like not.
And they
So what's
want,
the over-under?
But they want that.
I teased it down and I picked the under for 2.5. So
2.5 games?
2.5 games. So I bet 2 wins. Because let's be honest, if they're 0-11, they're packing it in. They're not going to play Jacoby Brissett. They're going to play whatever.
Carson Beck.
Yeah, they're going to play Carson Beck.
Yep.
Marvin Harrison Jr. has been talked about being traded because he's checked out and not nearly as good as everybody thought he was going to be.
Yep.
Didn't one of their 2 of their starting offensive linemen get hurt for a significant amount of time?
I don't know if it's
Jeremiah
two.
Love just got banged up though.
High ankle sprain.
which is terrifying.
The guy they drafted to play guard from Texas A&M's out for the year.
Yeah, so that's what I was like. All right, so that's under 2.5 for plus 250. So not a lot of value.
I feel like
but
your odds aren't getting.
Yeah,
I feel like
they're
you should be
not
getting
great.
better odds on these bets.
You got to remember, I make these
Yeah.
bets late at night. I don't do them during
No, I'm not
the
mad
day.
at you. I actually don't. I think the bets are interesting. What I like is crazy to me is that you're not getting better odds.
Comeback player of the year, Daniel Jones, plus 2,000.
Nice.
I put $10 on that to win 210.
That's good.
Yeah, because if he has a high caliber season, he
Yeah.
can do it. Patrick Mahomes is his big one. Like
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a baby of the NFL.
I wonder what the odds are on that one. Do you know what the Mahomes Comeback Player of the Year award is?
I have that bet and I locked it in. It's 160.
Yeah. Most years, I actually kind of like that bet most years because 50-50, it's going to be Anthony Richardson, and also
Hell yeah.
and also
I
there's
picked him
just
up
so
in
many,
Dynasty.
There's so many candidates. Like I think last year we're like, could Rasheed Rice be a bounce back player? I was like, no, I don't think.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out like what the criteria is.
Who won
Yeah.
comeback player of the year last year?
That's a great question.
Wasn't it Kirk Cousins?
No,
He
was
won it
it
2 years ago? He won it 1 year, didn't he?
2 years ago? Maybe did he win it last year? He didn't play last year. He was in Atlanta.
Last year was Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, he didn't play
duh,
last year. Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Then
I feel like it's every year for that guy.
I have some NHL future bets.
Okay.
So the Minnesota Wild to win the Stanley Cup at plus 1,300. I have Montreal Canadiens to win the Stanley Cup at plus 2,200.
Isn't it? First of all, you son of a bitch. You bet the Canadians to win it.
Dude, their teams, like, they're so young and they're fiery and they're scary. They're scary.
You're pulling a
That's
Gary.
awesome.
You're pulling a Gary on me right now.
Did you bet on the Yankees and
I didn't because they're good.
what did you bet on the Patriots to win it?
Hell no. I'd never do that. I think I bet the
So you
under. I
hate
think
the-
I did bet the
So
under.
we just drew the line. You hate the Patriots more than the Canadians.
Yes. Yeah, easily.
Interesting.
Plus Colorado Avalanche plus 700, Carolina Hurricanes to repeat at plus 650, and the Panthers at plus 650. Think about it. If they're healthy, they're sick.
Who?
The Panthers.
Yeah. I wonder if the shines come off. I wonder if it's going to be interesting with the Tweedledum and Tweedledee down there or whatever. Like they're just, I don't know. The brothers. That's going to be an interesting experiment because I think they're going to spend a lot of time in the box.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I have a 10-pick parlay of people not making the playoffs. So these are the teams that are not going to make the playoffs. Cardinals, Dolphins.
Tyler's like, let me write this down.
Yeah, you
this
wanna
is
send it
right
to
up
me?
my alley.
Send the link.
You can tail it. Cardinals, Dolphins, Jets, Raiders, Browns, Giants, Colts, Titans, Commanders, Vikings.
I like it.
All to not
Except
make
for
the
the
playoffs.
yeah, but if the Colts make it, then you're hedging.
That
your bets,
division's
right?
No, yeah, I've got.
You're like, if I
can't win all these bets.
Yeah, but you're like, if they lose, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because they win the bet, but if I win the bet,
And then
but if I lose the bet, I'm fine because they got it.
I have a 6-pick parlay for people to make the playoffs: Ravens, Rams, Eagles, Seahawks, Texans, Cowboys.
I like that. What was the odds on that one?
That is plus just under 1,000.
That's
That's solid.
Say that again.
Bet 5 to win $55 roughly. Ravens, Rams, Eagles, Seahawks, Texans, Cowboys.
I like that.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to be much improved.
I think the only tough one would be
Ravens.
Seahawks. I think Seahawks has a tough year.
You don't think the Seahawks are going to the playoffs?
I'm just saying that. I think that I'm just thinking of like what
I'm
could
more worried
hurt
about-
this
I'm more worried
playoff.
about the Ravens.
I mean the parlay.
I'm with
I'm
you.
more worried about the Ravens. Out of all of those teams, I'm worried about the Ravens.
But that division's kind of soft right now, though.
No, it's not.
And the AFC
If
isn't
Aaron
wide
Rod-
open, but it's solid.
You have Cincinnati, which
Rodgers has been poop. He's been awful.
He hasn't-
Get off of the Rodgers hill, dude.
I don't like them.
And then the Bengals, like the Bengals are the Bengals, and like they might be great, but I don't think their defense is as good as Baltimore's. Kyle Hamilton has been unreal, I guess, and then they have a rookie that's been balling. That's a corner. So I think that defense is
Pittsburgh's
really
going to be
good.
better after getting. They now have DK Metcalf. They have
Pittman.
and they have
Dowdle.
Jeremy Bernard, and they supposedly love Kenneth Gainwell
Jeremy Bernard's a rookie. I'm not going to bank on a rookie.
as a third guy. Like look what Emeka did.
DK didn't do much.
Look what Emeka did with Baker Mayfield when Mike Evans and Godwin were on the field.
But that's where I think.
And Emeka's a better prospect.
But I also think coaching is better in Tampa. I don't know what Mike McCarthy's
Do you
going to
think
do.
the coaching is better in Tampa?
Than Mike McCarthy coming back to the NFL and going to the Steelers?
That's an interesting take for me.
That's my issue.
Mike McCarthy's worked with Aaron Rodgers before. Like they've had some pretty.
I totally get it, but Rodgers is Rodgers. He's old. And I was a big DK guy. I'm off of being a DK guy. And same thing with
But Aaron
Pittman. I think
Rodgers is a
Pittman's
good
great.
guy now.
He's a great guy.
He's hanging out with his family and taking pictures and putting it on the internet.
I think that division is softer and easier than the Seahawks,
You
where they have
love
to
the
go.
Bengals.
I do not love the Bengals.
You love the
fantasy wise, yes, but
Like fantasy football wise, or just
fantasy football,
Just fantasy.
just fantasy when I'm dreaming about them.
When you're
When
walking,
I'm
in the
dreaming
woods
about
and-
Joe Burrow.
When you're walking in the woods in Haverhill, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, Joe Burrow.
Oh, Jamar Chase.
When by chasing him around, I don't know.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think it's more likely for the Jets to win 6 games or the Titans to win 6 games?
I think it's more likely that the Derry Demons win 6 games in the NFL.
Probably.
I don't think the Jets want to win.
I don't think they do either. I mean, we'll see.
But I don't. Also, I
That
should
would be
say
the most Jet thing in the world that they would do is make the playoffs this year and ruin their chances.
Yeah,
of
it
getting
would
any
be.
good
Yeah,
quarterback.
that would be
That's
like
exactly what the Jets
and
would
get
do.
knocked out in the first round, like just to the point where it's like, what are we doing? That's 100% true. That's 100% true. And the other thing is, I think like when I say that, I want people to understand. Like I don't think Jets fans want to win. I don't think the general manager. I think the general manager is walking a very fine line of like, I want to see who's good on my roster and I want to be competitive in games. But like, I wouldn't mind a ton of 24-21 losses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn doesn't feel like that. Aaron Glenn's trying to keep a head coaching
Right,
job.
right.
And there's a lot of guys on that roster who don't feel like that. There's a lot of guys who are like, so I don't think the Jets are going to be throwing games. Like, let's not play that game.
They're not the worst team in the AFC East right now, and so for them, they probably have a little bit of
The
little bit of fire.
Dolphins. When I say the Dolphins have a
They're
potential,
at 3.5 right now.
they are, and I think they're going to be okay long term. They actually drafted really well and they had a ton of picks, but they're just too young. When you looked at their roster going into I've never seen anything like that Dolphins roster going into the draft last year. I was like, they could take anyone because they need
Everything.
everything.
Dude, banking on Malik Willis like that is crazy.
I think they're only locked in with him for 2 years.
Either way,
So here's my problem with that though. If I actually think it's smart. I think what he's doing is smart. I can't remember the GM's name because I actually think he's doing a lot of smart things.
it's just a smart way to tank.
Well, if you have Malik Willis for 2 years, you're paying him real money. I understand, but you have him for 2 years. If he stinks next year, you're drafting a guy, and then you have the buffer of Malik Willis for another year while you get the kid ready, which I think teams might start doing again. It would be nice to see them doing again, where they're not rushing these rookie quarterbacks out onto the field, because again, as my guy Andrew Luck says, my good friend Andrew Luck says,
Not all experience is good experience.
thank you, Matt. So maybe they'll start doing that. And if you're looking at it that way from the Dolphins' perspective, I don't hate it.
Okay.
But I also
Just paying him real money is where I'm like,
yeah,
what
I
are you
do think
doing?
it's wild that people are like, oh, they got their quarterback. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's where
I also
have an
thought
issue,
that like
yes.
the market for him was crazy. Like
Yes.
there was a market for this kid, and I liked him. I thought he was taken way too late. I thought he should have been a first round guy, and I think he was taken in the 4th round. So I was
by our guy Vrabel.
I was way off about where he was going to go, but I also thought like he had talent, and I do think he has talent. But there's a difference between that and spending real veteran, top whatever quarterback money on a guy who hasn't really shown you that much.
Right. He played well for the Packers when he had to step in, but he's a backup.
Do you look at any other futures? Anything good?
Nothing really, to be honest. There's honestly, I always like to bet the over, but there's a lot of unders worth taking.
Life's too short to bet.
Like the
under.
Kansas City Chiefs right now, you can take the under for 10.5 games, and it's minus 140. Same thing with the Eagles. Like the Eagles betting the under 10.5, I think is a great pick. So there's some unders that are like
I don't
worth
do a
snagging.
lot of futures betting. I'm stunned.
Doing a under 11.5 for the Seahawks, I don't think is bad either. They're just that division is
What's
just
the
unreal.
what is it again?
11.5. If
Yeah,
you,
what's the odds though?
it would be minus 200 if you take the under 11.5 for them.
She's not really winning any. Like,
But I'm saying if you stack those,
that's what you have to do. Like Matt's
Then it's
Matt's
up.
on to something with
for sure.
I like the playoffs. Don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is get in. Doesn't matter if you're a wild card or a division winner.
yeah. All right, that's our futures talk.
Hell yeah.
Hey Ty, you gonna fuck up this fantasy draft on Monday?
Hell no. I know you guys liked the NASCAR.
Jesus. And you know what I didn't like about it? I was like, my guy came in 6th. At worst, I have the 6th pick. I have the 6th pick. God damn it! I thought there would be like someone who no one picked would sneak into the top 5.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've never watched NASCAR before. That was so much fun for me. I was
actually
sitting
like
there,
NASCAR.
and it was me and Gabby, and I got Gabby into it because I was like, legitimately, the first driver to the 8th driver is owned by each one of us right now.
Yeah.
And so it's flipping. I was there, Adam was there, Joe
Yeah.
was there, and then all
He's
of a
only
sudden
taking 2
he
tires.
comes in.
I don't
Yeah.
want the first pick though. Like I really don't ever want the first pick.
I
Because you
never
don't
want
get-
the first pick
You get
either.
the first pick and the 24th pick. That's awful.
Yeah, it's
It's-
not good.
It's
I also
terrible.
don't want the pressure of the first pick and you go with a guy and then he gets hurt or he doesn't pan out and you're
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? So I'm out. I have the second pick and I'm happy with the second pick, especially because I talked to Adam, figure out who he's getting. Now I know who I'm getting.
I'm perfect at where I am too, because in the middle of the round, it gives me. I don't like the quick back to backs.
You're
It's
in a
like,
good
my
spot.
pick
Yeah.
again. It's my pick again.
You got to cue that up.
I like being like, okay, this is what I did. I have a second to regroup about what I might do next.
Well, and you get to react to what other people are doing.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm at the 11th pick, so I have to come around real quick, and I have to make my strategy. I can't
Right.
adjust my strategy to what other people are doing.
Right.
You can
So
also
I've been-
start a run too. You could start like a quarterback run or a tight end run. If I was to do it in like at the beginning of, let's say, the 4th round, I make the quarterback run, I'm reaching. But for you, you're
Drake
kind
May.
of not reaching because you're in the middle and you
Drake
can
May's
just,
second round.
you're a prick last year, dude. He banned out, but you took him like 2 rounds
You
early.
remember I was like, I'm so mad about how my draft is going. I don't even care anymore. I'm taking Drake May just so I have someone to cheer for.
You do that every year, dude.
Whatever.
Every year, he's
Whatever.
I already hate my team.
You cannot be mad at me because Gary has gone off the
He's always off the rails.
off the rails taking Tyler Bass. Like he takes him in like the 4th round. He's like, yeah, boys, got him. And I'm
Well,
like,
so that's
okay.
where
It was funny 2 years ago. It's
He's not even a good kicker anymore.
Gary's competitive, by the way.
Yeah.
I hate that
Always.
too. Like, he takes a
Always.
kicker in the 4th round, and then he's like kicking my ass in week 3.
Yeah, dude, some of the teams that he picks, he sent me one recently where I'm like, I just don't really like this one, but I also know it's going to work.
Yeah.
The year that in your league, when he picked the whole entire Tampa Bay offense and won.
That was insane. The year he won.
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
He had Godwin. He had Evans. He had who else did he have? Did he have Bucky?
I'm pretty sure. No, that was earlier on. So he had Leonard Fournette.
Oh, Bucky was the year. That's right. He had Fournette. Yeah.
But that's why I'd added the keeper aspect just for a little bit of strategy when it comes to just like reaching on guys or anything. I like the strategy of like maybe snagging a guy a little bit later, or I don't know, sweating it out to see if Drake May falls in the next round.
Getting back to the NASCAR thing really quickly.
It was sick.
Yeah, but people are always like, it only comes down to the last like 20 laps or 30 laps. Well, first of all, I think there's an argument there. I think you like a guy and he washes out early, that sucks. But if you're just a general race car fan, those last 30 laps are a blast to watch, right?
Yep.
And what's the difference between that and an NBA game? Most NBA games, you're like, dude.
No, that's true.
Now, you do have the same thing in that. You have blowouts. In NASCAR, I think like the restrictor plate races are like more likely to.
Well, they usually have the massive crash.
They have a massive crash.
If you can make it through the massive crash, then you're in much better spot.
And you can have a blowout in that one. Like there's guys who have like run away with those ones. I think it's the restrictor.
Well, the thing is that you get a yellow flag and it's everybody's stacked up again.
Yeah.
And I also like that. Like if you're looking at Daytona, you're watching guys dropping the hammer and flying down these straightaways. But if you look at Bristol, Tennessee, it's a shoebox.
Yeah.
And you can see like the race starts and the walls look all clean. And by like lap 40, it's like it's a bloodbath. There's just so many scuffs and like it's great. Like I think it's a great sport, to be honest.
Well, I was watching and I was surprised with how. First off, I should have bet for Bubba Wallace to finish top 5. I was an absolute idiot for
he was one of the only names
that.
I really recognized, by the way.
That was the only name that I knew, and I knew that he was a black dude, and so I was like betting on him, and so just ride or die. And but so it was funny throughout it where all of us
were Hispanic.
I'm Latino, and so. My buddy Jeremy Nash, who's in the league, his guy wipes out early and like loses a tire and was just out of the race. So he was screwed. Yeah. He knows that he's getting last pick. But towards the end, where it was the last 30 laps, where it's like probably the top 5 or 6 guys are like just booking it. And then all of a sudden you start seeing them come up behind the guys that are in the end of the race.
Yeah.
And they're like, how is he going to handle this? And I'm watching the dude he ended up getting first, but he was struggling because he was behind a guy. And then
he'd only taken 2 tires and he's trying to get through traffic.
Yeah. And then they're like, is he going to let him by? And then he's like neck and neck, like, and they're like looking at each other like, dude, like, let me go. And they're like, they're actually really good friends outside of here. And then you see Bubba Wallace like cruising by. And so it was actually cool to watch.
I don't understand. If you're that far behind, you got to get out of the way, in my mind.
Yeah, and it honestly did seem like people were doing that where they're like, all right, like, dude, go.
Yeah, you
like,
got it.
I'm in 10th, go.
You get black flagged or whatever. There's a flag that's like, I think it's with a white stripe. It's like, you need to let this guy go by you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, that's dope. I like that. So I don't think we'll do it every year, but I did like that. That's how it was.
I think we should do a kids race. Like
I think we should do a kids race as well. That would be hilarious.
Like we should show up and some random Little League game and be like, all right, pick a player for the first hit. You could just, to have 10 guys sitting at the fence with notebooks scouting players and warm-ups.
What if we did wives and girlfriends and had them race?
And also the coach comes up and says like, hey, weren't you here last week?
Should do LPGA.
LPGA?
Yeah.
Oh.
But on women's golf.
I'm down for that. What if we did disc golf? Actually, I have one thing to say. I won't say that the podcast name. I'll tell you it after. But I found out that there was one way that they picked the draft order.
You could say that. Go ahead.
No, I can't say it. I'll say it after. But instead of doing what we did, where it's like chance and random and like maybe a little bit of strategy, it was one dude hitting golf balls into the.
It's the Ringer Fantasy Pod.
Yeah. No, I'm talking trash.
And it was 3 dudes. Oh, you're to say you're talk trash?
Yeah, like I thought it was an awful idea. Like
you did,
dude. It's the.
Oh, I loved it.
It's going to a simulator, and it's 3 dudes hitting for the whole league, and they're trying to get the furthest ball. And I'm like, okay, so if I walk up there and I'm like, Jackie, for example, you've won a ton in this league. I do not want you to have a good pick. I go up there and I just shank on purpose, and I'm like, oops.
I would laugh because I think they had Bill Simmons, who's like our boss at the Ringer, did like one of his was, I think he got picked too. I was like, you guys are definitely driving harder for some of these guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I do think for the most part they made an effort, but I think Heifetz, who's hilarious on that show, Richmond Spider, I think he had one where it didn't register, like it just barely came off the tee, and he was like, well, It was like 247, 188, like was one of the lower ones, and then his was like 4. That's amazing.
But that's what I'm saying is like I think if I'm a buddy in that league, I'm like I can hit the golf ball way further than all of you.
Right.
I should be able to sort of do this for myself and get
That's
the first
my
pick.
problem with it. Like I love the idea of it. I do think it would have been better if all 10 or 12 of them were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did think the idea was good.
The idea is fantastic, but you got to get everybody together.
Suck for me.
And that's where at that point is you then have an in-person draft and you hit the golf balls and then you go draft.
Yeah. Which is hard for them to do because they're all like,
Of course.
Yeah, some of them.
We've struggled to do it, and we're closer to everybody in the league.
Yeah, they're all over the place. So, but
yeah, I was talking trash. That's why I wasn't going to say the pod name.
they're funny. I actually think they're really funny. I want to have.
I've listened to their pod. I do like what they do.
Yeah,
and they go off the rails sometimes, and when they do, it's funny.
I've texted Heifetz last year because I forget who I drafted. And I was like, what is the deal with this? It was one of the receivers. I was like, what is going on right now? He's like, I don't know what to tell you. Fantasy football sucks.
I've been saying that for 10 years.
He's like, I don't know what to tell you. It's a soul-sucking sport. It's like the worst.
We somehow made it to an hour, but I do have one more thing to say about fantasy football that I liked that they said is if you're drafting, don't read into it too much. Like, don't be like their example was like Denzel Boston and Casey Concepcion. They are fantastic players to watch. But do you really want to turn on your TV and have to rely on Shedeur Sanders making one goddamn pass or Deshaun Watson making one goddamn like?
It's all going to come out in the wash.
Make sure that it's fun for you to actually watch. And he was like, I have a friend that hates the Eagles and hates the Giants. He won't draft anybody from that team because he doesn't want to watch them. Do that. Like, you don't have to be like this fantasy football nerd and like spaz out about like all these news. Like, just draft what you want to watch. And I was like, that's all. I love watching Lamar Jackson. I will draft him all day.
They were on with Simmons, and they had a great category. Name a guy you would draft, even though you know you shouldn't. And Craig was like, I'll take Rashee Rice. And they were like, well, what do you mean? He's like, I'm going to bet on the guy who had to rehab his knee in prison. It was like, dude, that is the funniest thing I've heard.
Well, it's like Ricky Pearsall. He got shot, so that's why I'm going to draft him.
Yeah, right. Like
Brian Robinson got shot. I'll draft him.
It was like, oh, I don't know whether they came up with the category before or after, but it was almost like that's the Rashee Rice Award. Like, that's what we're talking about. All right, that was a good one. I like that one. Oh. Did you want to talk about the WNBA and what's going on with all that?
Yeah, I would love to talk about Enes Kanter and the WNBA.
Absolutely. Go.
And I hope Donald Trump.
I did something I don't ever do. I kept players in my league this year.
What do you mean?
I usually don't keep players. Like,
the other one? So
yeah.
That's a keeper league?
Yeah.
You usually don't keep anyone?
Yeah, I usually don't because I usually I want to see what